other screen. I really don't, I can't even see if y'all can hear me or not. Hello, hello, here we go. Good morning. It's on my mind. December 11th, 2018. Yesterday I had a really nice podcast with Rob Decker. Very excited. Just wanted to share, he's probably one of my favorite guys to do podcasts with. Luciano too, Fraser, Frank. Really nice time yesterday. I'm looking forward to keeping things rolling. Was looking at the old podcasts, looking at the old setup, even like Luciano was saying. The first podcast we were doing, I haven't been able to emulate that, I think. Bring that same, not saying that it was better, in some ways it was. So I want to talk with him about, we had planned for a long time for him to have his own Jesus Christ, the Son of God podcast. So I'm really going to have to, I don't know, make an outline for him, or because we even have the introduction video. Like I paid for stock footage and some cool stuff for that. I'm gonna see him. He's in the chat there. Gonna have to bust his balls, tell him, come on, man, let's get this rolling. And actually, that's part of the introduction for that podcast. Is the whole, rolling of the stone. And I really like that, looking over the old ones. We had a lot of fun, and there's the spirit, the energy of it. It was really something, and I want to go back towards that, and then keep going with the things that we have now, the different things like the lighting and different software, and even for the audio too. I have a different mixer, I have different microphones, just a lot of different things. So I'm gonna get him over here soon. We were hanging out last night, but really focus on writing, get the first episode out for that, because everything's ready for that. The Facebook page, I think we have some good ideas for the topics. I've been studying a lot of just Jewish traditions and the history, and I had a big major upgrade from my Logos, from Logos 7 to Logos 8. I also got a big what they call their large Jewish like pack. So like the Talmud, and I didn't get the whole Talmud, but I have one of the main commentaries, one of the biggest authors for that. And it's just something to really, whether I'm talking about flat earth or creationism, like Rob yesterday, I love him, but we don't agree on the flat earth stuff. But it's not a salvation issue, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to, for me, theologically speaking, it's important for me to study the, for Christians, our Jewish roots. All the first Christians were basically Jews, except for the Gentiles that, were grafted on, as Paul would say. So understanding that, there was a written Torah, but there's also the oral Torah. And, we talked a lot with Fraser about hermeneutics, and, just exegesis. So maybe with Luciano we can do some exegetical studying, and maybe even, since it was mentioned, flat earth or creationism, and I mean no disrespect, just because I disagree, but we can look at exegesis versus eisegesis. Exegesis taking truth out, examining, and then eisegesis kind of putting in our own interpretation instead of really, and talking about spiritual warfare and whatnot. The scriptures in the Bible where Jesus, where the devil tempts Jesus, and he uses scripture, as well, starting from Genesis, where he, tempts Eve, and just to go over, because we talked a lot about postmodernism, and it kind of touches in on this, the importance of objective truth versus subjective truth, and how twisting of truth just a little bit, and replacing it with something can change everything. So, but, I will speak with Luciano, because, if it's going to be Jesus Christ, the Son of God, we're going to, I think, and it's going to be his podcast, so looking at the old ones, we can switch spots, let him be in the main spot, and really just do some apologetics on the divinity of Christ. It's a really big issue for me. There's a lot of different angles to tackle it, from secular point of view to looking at it from, defending against Jewish people or Jehovah's Witnesses, or, one is Pentecostals, a lot of things that we can cover, and it's very exciting for me. All to the glory of Christ, got through a lot of difficult times lately. Only a couple really, really, really close friends and family know what I've been dealing with. It's not something that I really talk about, and I can't really go into depth with it. Part of it is legal issues. Part of it is, sounds like a movie when I tell people, like my close friends, I'm not really supposed to talk about a lot of it, but I have to confide in a couple people, and they get kind of blown away by, but just to say that things are calming down, coming together, just the importance of family, unless you actually are a father, to be married and to be a father and to be head of a household, and even for me to be divorced and to have fallen out of that, and I it's learning experience for me. I'm not taking it as complete failure, because my daughter is wonderful. I get along with my ex-wife. And to be able to start over again and to do it again, it's really something else. It really is a blessing. And I think today or tomorrow I'll get some extra wood. I'm going to be fixing up my bookshelf. Not really fixing it, but expanding it. I have way too many books now. My collection of old books is starting to really, really expand a lot. I love old books. If a book is 50, 60, 70 years old, I love it. But, my books that are 100 years old or more, those are like, my things that I cherish a lot. You can't really see from there, but like up there, some of my medical books, like I was telling Luciano, the operative surgery of the nose, throat, and ear, like that's 100-year-old book, and it looks brand new inside. Vitology, it's like when you get an old health medical book. And actually, if I go and grab that, it actually has in it like pop-up. Let me just go grab it. Sorry about that, my mic. I want to show this book because I don't think this one is 100 years old. It's 1920 something, but almost 100 years old. Psychology, Moral. Oh, that's a different book. Yeah, this is 1927, 1926. So we're getting close to 100 years old for this book. What every mother should know. It's really cool that the language is different too. Now, is this the one with the pop-ups? Yeah, there, some of them there. Or is it the immunology one? Yeah, here, like, if I can get it, I don't, the book is kind of starting to fall apart. But it's got like, oh, you can look in the organs. Oh, let's check out inside the rib cage. How cool is that? And it's almost 100 years old. The human body, it has an irregular surface and many wrinkles on it. In man, these grooves and wrinkles are more fully developed than in animals. What is he talking about? The brain, I think. Yeah, the brain and the nose. I've got some World War II books. Like I was telling Luciano, let me grab the map I was telling him about. Always got to dodge children's toys. This is like a near perfect map of the Holy Land. And this one too, it's 1940 something. The Bible lands. This is from National Geographic, the magazine. 1946, yeah. I love this. This is amazing. I'm going to get this framed. Now, of course, it's not 100 years old, but she's old. The Holy Land. I mean, this is what, a year after World War II ended. And it's basically untouched. It was just stuck in a book for, you know, a long time. I like my World War II books. What else I got up there? I got a lot, you know, book on the Crusades, Bible history books, some of my Bible commentaries. I have some Bible commentaries up there. Almost a whole Bible. I think I'm missing like one of the volumes for the New Testament. And those are from 18 something, so they're really, really old. Those are probably my most cherished books, I think. And the story of Jesus, that's another really, really nice book. Okay, so I don't really have much to talk about. Just getting some housework done. I'm gonna do some laundry. Spend time with my kids and girlfriend. I don't know. That's, I guess, I would call her girlfriend. Till I can get some money together and get an engagement ring, and then, you know, get down on one knee kind of thing. Just looking into those kind of things too. Work, you know, make money things. I think I'm gonna be repairing iPhones soon and stuff like that, and doing freelance work, and just continuing with this. I think Fraser's coming sometime this week. We'll do a podcast here, and maybe I'll see with Luciano what he wants to, because I would like to try that old setup again, especially when it's two people. When it's me just going on live chat with someone, it's one thing, but when we have more than one person in here, and maybe too, I'll bust out Brian Wall. When we used to start the podcast, I would play his song there. What was that song? For God He Is My Helper. Love that song. Shout out to Brian Wall. He's the guy who runs worship tutorials. Look, you see boogers in my nose and everything. Awesome. I got like a pimple somewheres on the side of my nose. I can't find it. It's like swelling my nose. I need another coffee. Alright, so I'm going to get going and just, y'all have a good day. God bless you. Enjoy it, you know, get out there. Live right now. Feel the presence of God. If you don't know Jesus Christ, just pray out to Him and ask Him, hey, if you're real, I want to know you. Open your mind and your heart and you'll be surprised. It might only be at first a little trickle, but it builds up and it builds up. I'm blessed to have a couple people in my life that I led them to Christ, and I'm just happy, you know, that I have these people that I love them, and they're family to me, you know, church family, blood family, and just those friends like Luciano. You said that he's there. Maybe I don't know if he's still there. You're my brother. You're my brother forever. Yeah. What can I do, you know? And for a long time, it's like a really love-hate relationship. it's hard for me, especially with my real brothers as well. When you're the oldest and you're I'm the prototype, I'm the main example, it can be not hard, but it's like, I gotta lead the way. And even in my mistakes, and then coming back, and I just say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh my God. Just opening my mind up and opening up to the greater reality of things, and just having that relationship, and inviting people to have the same relationship, because it's personal. Each one of us is unique, and he loves all of us for that. And when you really start to get to know him, it's so exciting, because it really is something that builds and builds. And when you think that you have something like that, and then it gets better, and especially the whole wide range of it, physical, emotional, spiritual. I like the word, like this map, like this map. I unfold it. This experience, this personal relationship, it's unfolding, and there's more things that are coming to light. So anyhow, I need another coffee. God bless you all. Peace out. Yeah.